All right. We're back. All right. East and Love family, what's going on? It's your boy Mario Quinn. We are here with the Level Up Podcast family. I must say, I'm really excited. It's been a beautiful Monday, man. Really nice weather, a little hot, but it's been such a beautiful day. I hope everyone had an opportunity to enjoy this weather and enjoy it with those you love and doing the things that you love. But anywho, family, this is episode 96 of the Level Up Podcast. As you know, we're one of the dopest podcasts where we interview some of the dopest people here in the city doing cool shit. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our very, very special guest, my boy Jordan Howell, a.k.a. Sweater Bob. How you doing, brother?
Well, man, well, good. How you feeling?
I feel real good. I had a good conversation with a friend of mine today. He asked for some advice, and it was like, okay, cool. We're having some technical difficulties on the line. We apologize, but we're going to keep it rolling. Jordan, for those who don't know exactly what it is that you do in the city, can you just explain what you do and all that stuff?
What I do? Let's take a question. I paint. I paint my tail off. Or paint, abstract, like acrylic, spray paint, anything I want people just get it and do some crazy. To be downstairs. Usually a lot of different or people, just so I'll start that. Poetry. I know poetry for years. I'm pretty sure you know Blossom and like Blossom. There's a one on the 10th. I believe it's my and she was in nationals recently and she was the top. So that's her. So not that my poetry, paint, I'm a playlist.
I saw the Facebook. I was wondering what that looked like. So, yeah, talk about that.
I listen to blogs, so I'm creating playlists. Series is called Release Flyer.
Okay.
There's about 90 playlists so far. There's different variations from that were I found old samples, songs, different variety of songs. It's cool. It just gives me a to listen to. I actually have 3 different. 2 weeks ago, I got the 3rd one, so I try to get as many local artists as possible. I'm always seeing what I can do at that point. So that's the thing that keeps it happening. Yeah, so all playlists are Apple Music and Spotify. So everybody, I mean, access to all the playlists. So all that, I got you.
I love that. I love that you're like, making sure that you're like in the city, you're giving back, not just doing your thing. So I have a question. So that's nickname, man. So, talking about
I remember friends, so like 2050 when we were making music, and we had one of them we were recording the song PC thing for and I reckon when you hear there's a couple so we're just thinking, yo, hey, no, but at the time, we're instead of saying like, people, hey, it's pretty good, dude. I said, so
instead of saying school guys,
yeah, so imagine, right? Hey, big conversation. I can't figure out a nickname. Just Bob, we can't figure out a nickname. Wow. I look like, but it's like, yo, Bob. Yeah, it's going to stick. And that was back in 2015. So I was like, all right. So,
I like 20. Yeah. Girls watch. Somebody type. I don't know what this means. What does banana mean?
Oh, that's my sister house.
Okay.
We had a group called Fruit Baskets. So all the people both have fruit baskets and banana.
I'm telling you, your people are creative. All fruit.
Oh man,
That's good.
that so cheap apple. So
Fruit called fruit basket.
I had different groups of people for different things everywhere.
So collaboration must be really important. Yeah. Okay, that's dope. So in terms of your journey, like everybody, starts somewhere. Like for me, it's like I went to school for media arts, thought I was going to be an artist and like animator and stuff like that. Ended up completely shifting to dance, doing more of that stuff, still doing media stuff, but like, not in the way that I thought I was. Like, can you talk about like, where you started with your art, how it's transformed? Like, have you been surprised with how things have like rolled out?
Yeah, because I've been doing art since I was a kid, like second grade, third grade. Then like third grade, I started like tracing, and I had this thing where like I would look at something and I could see the shape. So it's like I'm looking at the mirror, like, I see the square, and I would draw a square and another square. And for some reason, I always got like a shape type of breakdown. So I started tracing. So like in fourth grade, I started attempting to draw, and then my homie Esther, he was like, he's back. And we were always cool. So he was like, yo, you try to draw. So like he kind of like got me in the right direction. And I started drawing. And like I think my first picture was like perfect self.
It's always Dragon Ball Z. That's some of my first characters. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and it was just apple cheese comics, like Kirby. I like that comic. I put like Kirby and Dragon Ball Z together. And it was like imagination. So over time, when I got to high school, I kept drawing. I got really good at it, and I just started performing art classes. When I was a junior, I took like an extra, it was like extra math, extra science, and I was always in advanced classes. So for a year, I had like 3-4 classes and like 4 different art classes like that. So I ended up I started college in graphic design. I kind of figured Photoshop, art, digital,
Right.
next together. So I went to the Art Institute for a year. So after that, I fell through. I did like a semester of CTAC and ended up going to college and financially. I was there for a year, but I couldn't finish with financially. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be an adult. I'm gonna go back to school. No. No. So everything, it was like it seemed like I was starting to peak in college, and all the drawing classes and everything. Oh, I can do this. I'm getting back. Oh, the digital part, I can do this.
Right.
And then I almost stopped. And it's just it was going on and off with art. And so recently I tapped back into painting over the pandemic. I was pandemic for like the last 4 years. And I got hurt. Like I was essential work and I was cool. And I got hurt. I had those muscles in my back. All right, take time off. Go to chiropractor. Cool. Back. Got hurt again 2 days later. Pulled muscles in my left shoulder and I couldn't lift my arm. So between the orthopedic specialist, the Med Express, chiropractor, I even had to do physical therapy for that. So in the meantime, I ended up and before I did that, it been like 2 years. That was when I was doing music, doing poetry, dealing with a lot of family, not issues per se, but it was just things. Yeah, like social curve. So once I started tapping back into it, it was kind of like, wait, I forgot I'm good at this shit. So it kind of
it's like you never really forget. Like you can be rusty, but you never really forget the essential things.
Yeah, so that's kind of it was like I can still do this, and I'll keep going. And I started doing stuff, and one thing after another, and then I got this thing I started doing planets. My friend, Be Easy, he sent me this dude on KJ, like, dudes. I watched the video, and I'm like, right. So I did. And like first time, like, I forgot to do this. Second time, like, third time, that's it. So like, I ate my thing or whatever. And then that's like kind of started on plants and just like. So
is that's a spray paint?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
exactly
right.
I think there's a bunch of circles in there.
Yeah, and I started trying to do other things of variations, and now like even with the art expo, I had like whole galaxies. But I didn't think like it would even go this far. I'm an artist.
Right.
So I ended up getting my LT, so I can do that. So like with some paint tips and whatnot. I'm sure you've been to some. I always got a little bit different. I think my mom's 50th birthday a few years ago, and there was like, don't show off. I'm not. But it was she loves roses, so it was like everybody had like a red rose and a yellow background. And then you look at the picture, you see me with like it's an orange rose and blue like, like yo,
I gotta be deep, man.
I said, I'm looking at her
Right.
like, oh, shit.
Right.
So I mean, I just did like my kind of put my own twist and stuff, and I take it up in my house. So I'm like, how can I do something different? But it's the same. So when I came up with the idea, and I kind of get like I'm giving like custom ideas. It's called like how you finna paint. So how you finna paint? How you want to either I can teach you how to pour and paint, like how to do like abstract stuff where like you have it layered and like, so you can do something crazy. You can spray paint, or you know you just come kick it and paint how you want to, freestyle. Or you know there's just like a concept. So when you choose like what you want to do and how you want to do it, I'm giving you different canvas sizes. So your ticket depends on what all you decide to do. I'm not making you shit. Like,
that's dope. It's very like personal. Like it's based on what you want. It's the experience that you're gonna get.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you can always come back and try something else. Because I know there's times where people might go to like painting tips and like, all right, I'm doing this for family, But it's like if you want to come do your own thing, cool. You want to come learn something, cool. You want to do whatever, cool. And I feel like having options. It's like, hey, try something different today. And even like one of my goals is to get a building and have like shit like crazy different events. But like I know a lot of artists, so I can imagine like me having a building and like on the ticket, and I can have one of my artist friends like, all right, look, you be this featured artist, and like when somebody's choosing their ticket, like, hey, you want to learn from such and such a style, so you want to learn from this person, hey, that's your ticket, that's your grade. And like kind of give somebody like a platform to show what they do. So and I'm like, God, that'd be a good way to incorporate
That's very smart. So you've been doing it that way, or is that just an idea?
That's like on the whiteboard, everything laid out on the whiteboard.
I think that's again, like me, that's a very like mindset. It's like without noticing it, trying to help other people. A lot of artists people think we're, we commit if you want from this part, but that's really dope. I think that's in general. It's I feel like it's kind of bored that like, people should realize like like it's like I'm working and everything is right. You want to protect your energy, right? Because that's my biggest thing. I don't check my energy. I'm not, but the vibe is there. It's like, oh, you do some shit. So,
even on Instagram for a while, I was in a group. I remember anytime I see something that was dope, I give my little shout out that I had before I catch me real video, and I put on Instagram to give them a shout out. So for a while, I had like 70 episodes. It was right? And I actually went to this place called Jazz Playhouse, and it was a band called Big Stand Funky Band. And I said, yeah, just awesome. Hey, from Big Stand Funky Band, real quick. And he was like, wait, because I love jazz too, so that's my favorite, like my favorite type of music. So like, if I would do somebody completely out of picture, yeah, I'm like picture, what's happening with you? I'm 100%. So it's just having that, like, seeing somebody that type of I mean, that's when if I'm at a show, everybody knows my energy. Like, you can't hear me yell at somebody because one knows not proud of myself. Hey, especially I'm
Alright.
What was that the show? Here, and I'm in it. Like actually seeing the show. I heard low. Everyone was like, come on, just like, I'm watching my hands on her. Then my countries like we need more. We definitely need a thing. Not everything's open up. I want to start going and I got like a series where like it's happening so to speak, or a series where like stuff like that. So and then now first it started with all music. All right, which me, got the people killing people. Joe, I'm being right. At the same time, like I'm like at the yo, you feel like yo, or I'll be the person like run it back.
Right.
I love that shit. And I love here's because I know people that because oh, I definitely do my best to
So in terms of like, we talked a little bit about style earlier. You know, in my college, I'm so sorry we couldn't have you this month for First Friday. We didn't get you doing my down. But I really need to really like it. It's just the cleanliness of things, the consistency of things. I think a lot of, at least when I do art, it's like I don't have like a consistent thing I do. You know what I mean? It's like I just randomly today. You know, like, yeah, bro, I fucking apple. It looks delicious. Apple. Like, it's like it's no thematic. So my question is like, how would you describe your style? How do you want your style? It's an artist subjective, right? But how do you people to see your style? That makes sense.
that's actually because when I create, I don't think about myself. I think about everybody else or this particular creation. I just like I create voice and oh shit. And I think about how the person feels when they see it. Like how they feel when they yo, I really like this vibe with it. I get it. Yo, what's the story? I'm like, well, I just what I do think because it to you. So it's like, I just think, stop, stop. It's like, if you know who I am, if you've been around me, I want you to know, like, if you see the innocent, like fish, like or something, or like other class, you're gonna be sitting, no, yeah, you definitely did that.
Right.
So that's kind of cool.
I mean, and I think for a lot of artists, it's hard to find that thing, especially because it's like you want it to look funny, right? You don't want to like do something just to try that thing to, but like when it happens on accident, it becomes a habit, and like people, oh, yeah, that like that's like I'm thinking about candle, I don't know if you know candle.
Yeah.
You know, eat the style of butterfly back. When you see that style of butterfly, you know it's him, like turn back. When you see him actually there's elephants, you tell it's the way he did. You know what I'm saying? I think that's so good, man. When you that thing. Oh yeah, that's the person. You don't even need a singer to know that.
Right. I want to very much has a thing where like he hangs stuff and it's free. And I'm like, and he doesn't say where's that. He goes on his business, it's free. So I guess you find it.
This place got
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I need to try that shit.
like if you fit in like like put it on a poll something like take a picture, like you kind of tell like I think I seen that thing, you know what I mean? Like
And it just posted like free. And it just I'm like, I was fucking genius.
it is very good. I mean you could even like maybe all social media campaign, really go make sure if you find it, post it, let me know how you feel about it.
Normally what I do when somebody actually grabs painting or whatnot, I ask, hey, you know me like this, I always write a thank you note in the back of it. I sign it and I put a card in the camera. Actually, I think it was my homie Brandon. He was like, yo, it's not this right here. And I was like, oh, shit. Because actually it was when he was setting up and he was like, bro, let me set your table. And I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Right.
I'm sitting there fussing with him, bro, the picture don't go that way. He's like, bro, just trust me. I'm like, all right, you're right. You're not so better than me. And he was like, look, but this here, he's like, do it like this. He said, bang, you can catch his eyes and look. I got something to lift up.
I mean, dude, like I'm just thinking, like, so we were talking about the art institute. I actually graduated from the art institute, and the final thing is like you have to do this portfolio review, and like some of the portfolios weren't even that good, like in terms of like their demo reel, like the work you did.
Really?
It was the goddamn display. It was so dope that like you just like, oh, let me see what you do, and like, oh, you got a couple, oh, you're dope with the display. My display was whack, but my stuff was good. But I just didn't have enough money for the phone and the shit and the extra lights and shit. But to your point, it's like, yo, how you lay something out and how you present something, for some reason, like it catches people's eye differently, and it does something psychologically that makes them see the value of what it is that you're presenting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my friend there.
Yeah, Brandon's my guy. Like, I hope he sees this and he can, I'm giving him his flowers now. And he's a travel agent and like a real estate agent. So, especially on travel agent part, if Brandon here, yeah, I'm sending people to you. We're here and you're hearing it live. So, love you, bro. But, yes, I mean, and then it's a lot of people, like, it's people like him, like Blossom, Sistina, like a whole bunch of group, like everybody. That's what like keeps me alive and keeps me. So it's like,
right.
It's like I got him. It's like you're gonna fuck get your shit together. I'm like,
it's good. It's good to have a good support system.
Definitely.
For sure.
I'm excited for this stuff in my too. Because normally every time like I have a culture event, I always write like a poem a day of. I suck at memorizing shit. So I think there was like one show that like I memorized a poem and it was like crazy. I like almost killed myself to do it.
I mean, it's not a crime to read it, right? No. I've seen mad people read poems.
Yeah, definitely.
But I guess it's like it's definitely dope if you can just deliver that shit.
Yeah, because I like my body parts is ridiculous. Right, so it's like if I'm up here and if I gotta hold my phone, where I gotta do this shit.
Right.
Like, wow, what are you doing? This shit's crazy. So that's definitely going. I'm gonna work on that. But I'm a huge procrastinator. That's probably my favorite flaw. So I'm like, yeah, shows a week. I'm starting to poem today.
I mean, that's interesting. So I have an interesting question for you. Because I found myself I do that same thing all the time. But what I've noticed is that when I do that, the work be better, bro. Like I'm like, yo, like I'm like shit, due tomorrow. Like when I write grants, so shit, due tomorrow. And I'm putting or it's doing a half hour. Actually, I'm like putting applications in a half hour before it's due, type shit. And it's some of my best writing, stuff like that. So I don't know, and I kind of I like that feeling of like it being on the edge, like I just, I might drop it, or I don't know why I like that.
It might be pressure.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a game. I'm like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like y'all gotta do this half hour.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like,
Right.
but it's I know it's like I'll take the time to like write it and just be like, I don't know. It might even it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of used to it.
Right.
So like walking on stage, I'm like, hey, guess what? I'm not going to poem today. But it became such a thing where there was a show, I think, our All Black Fair, I think it was like sometime, was that this year? And when I told the crowd, I was like, look, y'all know I write a new poem for each show.
Mm-hmm.
I did not finish new poem. They're like, Joe, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, oh shit, y'all pay attention. So it's definitely a thing. Like when you do something consistent and people are like, all right, we know what we're gonna get.
Right.
We know it's gonna be either something new or something that we like. And attention was like, yeah, I really got plus that. So I was like, all right, look, I got like 2 bars in this poem, you guys want to hear it? And then they get more pissed. Bro, that shit was fun.
Finish it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, all right, look, next show, all right. Yeah, and then people like call me on for it. So like the last show when we were at 24, my sister Tina, when I went up, she came upstairs, bro, and then like she like aired me out. And I'm like, shit. and it's those moments that make it fun,
right?
To be that interactive and everybody's paying attention. I'm like, all right, I'm like, you good now? All right, I got it. And it's like you have to be stuff like that, and it's just when it's natural, I think that's the best type of show. Right. I hate like something that's like when you have a show, you're gonna have your template, your blueprint, or whatever.
But if it's overly scripted,
it's just like no, like all right, just move up. And that's why I don't mind being loud and loud. Like, yo, say some funny shit. Do something extra.
Right.
Like, you want to do another one? Fuck yeah, do another one.
Right.
The next person will dig away shit.
Right.
Like,
right.
Especially with something like fire. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like you live in the moment. Like that episode of Wild and Out, they talk about Nick Throwing Shoes. And they like clowned him. Like in DC had, like, you know how like his happy spot, he had it, he extended. Like I have that. I literally screen recorded that. I sent it to people. Something really funny. I'm like, here's my reaction. Right. Him right. Like, there's something wrong with you. Wrong? Yeah. So it's definitely like those type of moments that make it worth it. And you know, if people are there, they are part of that experience. They're like, oh yeah, this was crazy. But if not, I'm like, well, y'all messed up. I'll tell you. I can only tell you how to come to a show so many times.
Right. Right. No, that's dope. I love it, man. You're hilarious. So my next question, and then I'm gonna get to my fun question. And I do want to say to the folks watching, we do apologize for the fuzzy video. Looks like the internet connection's a little wonky today, so our live stream isn't looking as clean as we'd like it. But again, you can always tune in next week on Spotify. You just type in Level Up Studios. You can listen to the whole interview there. It will be available. It's also on Apple Podcasts and all those other streaming platforms.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just type in Level Up Studios and it will come up. I mean, E. Lang in the building. What's up, E? Hey. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, so what would you say? So how do you, in all that you do, so I ask artists who I feel like are like the Jacks and Janes of all trades, right? Because like, you went to the Art Institute. I don't know if you ever gotten Miss Love. Lovely lady. But Miss Love is like familiar. She was like the mean lady, but she wasn't mean. She was just like blunt, just like on you. If you was trash, she was like, you're trash. She was like, that drawing is trash. Throw it away. You can do better. But anywho,
she sounds.
My question is like, how do you balance everything? In terms of like your visual art, your poetry. Doing the curating and then these new ideas that you have on the whiteboard that are really dope. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see these things unfold because I'm like, I love like what you're doing with your branding. I think it's really smart. But a lot of times, for me, I heard, especially in the Art Institute area, it's just like, focus on one thing. Stop doing, why do you have to do dance and And I'm like, because I love all of it, and like, but it can be hard. We're human, right? It can be hard to balance those things. So how do you balance like being an artist, being a curator, being a poet and stuff like that? How do you balance those things?
The whiteboard.
The whiteboard. He said, "I write shit down and schedule it." Okay.
Well, because I recently had to do it. Like like my sister had bought me a whiteboard in May.
Okay.
She was always coming over and she had invested in me. So my sis TT, if she sees this, I love you, because a lot of this wouldn't happen without her. Because even when I was like more down up, she's like, "Come on, brother, I'll buy you a spray paint. I'll buy you." It's like, "Yeah, I'll get you stuff." I'm like, "Oh, for what the fuck are you doing this for?" So that's a big shout out to her. But yeah, so she got the whiteboard and she was like, "Yo, anything you need to write down, write down." I'm like, "What kind of do this?" So I had like section it out and all right, what I got going on for me. And it was like this event, this event. All right, cool. For like this person bought painting, or for it was like I kept a tally of how many paintings I sold, or who's doing what, or current projects and like current events, and I just had everything written out. And look at it in my kitchen, so like I can't. What I got going on today? Nothing. All right, cool. And plus, like I've got her. She's 7. So I'm putting on top of it. Learning. Yeah, that's probably one of the fun.
That's awesome, man. I got my daughter's only 2, so she's still in that terrible 2 state. Ooh, it's crazy. And then she's like a Sour Patch Kid. She's like sour, and she's like, I'm like, "Get your ass." Yeah, I love it.
Because how originally when I got like into painting, like for Christmas, I got her this like acrylic pouring paint set, and like she's like, "Dad, can we paint?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, cool, let's try it." So like laid out the canvas and mixing the colors and letting her pour it. And I'm like, so when she did the picture and it was done, I looked at this shit. Yo, are you fucking serious? Like, yo, you did. I'm like, "Mimi, yo, you did this."
Right.
And she was like, "Yeah, I did." I'm like, no, you don't understand. You did that. And so often I let her paint and whatnot, like on certain days when I have her just like, "All right, what can I do some paint?" So the one time like I let her go into the studio, because normally I'm spray painting. No, don't come down here. You'll end up
fumes and
shit.
Yeah.
Like I just bought a mask today, so it's like
I can't breathe, but
I was like, yeah, you know, because I had a window open. Like, spray so much, I'm like, I'm probably hot.
Right.
So like when she saw like, "Oh man," she's like, "Oh my God, Dad, you're like the greatest artist in the world." I'm like, "You think so?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "And you're my dad, so I know it is." I'm like, "You're right. Give me some." Right. So I let her like pick colors and paint, and she's just like, she loves it. So I'm like, so if you ever asked her, like, "What do you want to be?" She's like, "I want to be an artist and a businesswoman." And I'm like, "Why a businesswoman?" She's like, "So I can be a boss." I'm like,
that's dope.
I didn't tell you any of that.
Right. Good job.
I don't know if her mom did either. So it was just like telling me that. I'm like, well, you got to know the business side so you can be a successful artist anyway. Yeah. And I said, if that's what you want to do, I said, bet.
That's at 7 years old. Yeah, that's a solid game plan so far.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right. So what I'm gonna do is like, she's gonna have an LLC sooner than later, and then when I start going to paint steps, I want to incorporate kids. And who do kids interact with more? Kids. So they're gonna be like, "Oh wait," I could be sitting like, "Hi, I'm Bob. Guys, you want to paint?" And like, get everybody excited. Right. Like, guess what? I'm gonna leave. Why? I'm gonna like, you guys are gonna paint her. They're like, "Ooh, I don't know how she feels about speaking to a whole bunch of kids, but I'm gonna just, hey, this is what you guys can do. You know, just let them just paint whatever. Like, hey, take your canvas, take your paints, just go wild. Right. Okay, put your fingers in it. Dot. Go at it, and just leave the kids to be kids. Right. That's also self-expression. Right. Like self-expression. And a lot of people don't know that. Like when you let kids be kids and they interact with other kids, that's it. Yeah. Like just leave them be. It's like when you're at the park and the kids start playing around each other. You just sitting here like, that's all I want you to do. Like, about time. Yeah, this is like
underneath mommy and daddy and shit.
Yeah, and it's just and don't play. And the way my daughter's set up, she's not always under me. She'll come, kiss me on the forehead. "Hi, Dad, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then I'll tell her, like, "Yeah, just beat it." She'll go upstairs. I won't see her for hours.
But she's at that age though. Yeah. They're more independent. You know, I got what, 5 years old and 2.
Yeah.
So you know, the 5-year he's independent. If he put the game in front of him, he's good to go. He's like, "Can I play the game?" I'm like, "Play the game." And he's stuck on it. But yeah, I love it, man. That's dope.
Definitely, man. My little Gemini.
Yeah.
So like, and then once she does her routine, like I'm strict, but I'm not that strict. I make you earn it. Like, hey, get up, do your routine. When you clean your room, make your bed, brush your teeth, come down if you want to get some cereal. Cool. You know what to do. As long as I get up, hey, did you do your routine? Yes, sir. All right. Cool. See you, bye. Like, done well. And that's it. And it's the simple things, because everything with these kids start at home. You look at the teenagers and you're like, what the fuck?
Man, it's wild. Because I'm in education. That's what I do for a living outside of Level Up. And it's like, Woo! These
Yeah.
teens feel bad. Well, not all of them. I don't want to generalize, but it's like you can see the disconnect of like, you know, I don't know how old you are, but I would assume you're in your mid-20s.
29.
Okay.
So yeah.
I gave you a break there.
You did.
So you're around, we're in the same decade, me and you. And so it's like, I feel like we were raised a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like how to respect, especially respecting adults and things of that nature. And that it does that home training, they call it, man. That shit's real. If you don't get it, man,
yeah,
it's wild.
And I think that the biggest thing, like with the younger generation, is they're at a point where you're not gonna tolerate disrespect,
Right.
and that's the one thing I love about them. Like, yo, they don't take no shit, but it's like there's a balance. You gotta pay. There's a balance.
Yeah.
Like, don't come at nobody, but you know, don't give no shit, but don't take no shit.
Right.
And it's just we don't have enough to give back and like to properly educate them because what?
It's like if they lost hope, it's like y'all ain't teaching nothing, y'all ain't doing nothing for me. So why do I have to even listen to you?
And a lot of that, who can we blame?
Right.
It's the parents.
Right.
Like separated houses are normal.
Right.
Like, it was one thing like back in the day where it's like, divorces, stuff happening, single moms. But like it's literally
very normal.
Very normal. I'm
very
like,
normal.
Shit. And a lot of people are like, I want to marry, I want a family. I'm like, you just want kids?
You just want to have kids?
All right. I mean,
okay, that's great too.
Yeah, like that's what you want to do.
Shout out to all single parents out there, but like,
big facts.
You know, but shit, yeah.
It's like,
the dynamic is dope, man. You know, and it's work. You know, I'm married. I've only been married 4 years.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? But like, I couldn't imagine, you know, not being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Malik.
Yeah, no, that's
cool.
He is
Dapper cool. Shout out to Dapper Cool.
The coolest of dappers. That's my guy. He came
to
man, and he's a vibe. Like he's an OG you want to be around.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. He's a nice dude.
He's a very supportive person. He has a couple of my things.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, Bob, man, keep doing what you do. And especially
you did it way too good. I'm so mad.
You know,
he said keep doing.
And it's I love it. Especially he got that saying.
Oh yeah,
I be man.
He do.
And when he's like, baby girl, I'm trying to tell you, man.
The falsetto.
Man, I'm like, I said my like if I ever get married, he's singing on my wedding.
Oh, for sure.
Like I just one time I was like, for all the single ladies, and then like you know the love he gives out to everyone, especially the women, because women aren't placed they need that. Like the queens need it. Like yeah, we need it too, but it's like who do we pay attention to about more?
Right.
So it's like so I love what he does.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Well, dope. Couple slow snaps for that. Love all that.
Yeah.
So I want to get to my fun question, and then move on to my 5-year question, and so on. But so, almost called you Dapper Cool. Sweater Bob. What would you say is your number one no-no?
In general?
Shit. Number one. Could be anything. Pet peeve, something gross. I don't know.
Shit. So it be a pet peeve. Fuck, this is actually. I gotta think about it. Like,
sorry.
Okay. One of my biggest pet peeves. Don't talk around me. Talk to me.
Okay, unpack that a little bit.
You know how like you mind your business, and let's say one cloud, like you know shit about everybody, but you know when people come and talk to you, that's between me. That cool. But then I hear shit around the grapevine. Like I know somebody's mad at me right now, but I don't give a flying fuck that they're mad at me because they're not telling me.
Because they didn't approach you. Yeah.
Yeah, but meanwhile, I had people that tells me, "Oh, such and such mad." I'm like, "Okay, why?" And they're like, "All right, cool." Until they tell me, I don't give a fuck. Like, and it's just,
bro, that's real. I had an altercation. Not even an altercation. I had a situation where certain someone like just didn't like. I was like, "What's up?" Just said, "What's up?" And they just did not give me the respect or the eye contact or the handshake that I was expecting, and I'm like, did I do something wrong, or like you sick or something? Like, what's good? Like, you know me, like, what's going on? And it's like, nah, I know I be hearing and listening, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna move on. But like that situation, I was just like, why? Like, if you got an issue, especially if I did something, and I know, like, especially if I'm turned up or something, bro. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll wild out, say something by accident. You know, I'm human, right?
Right.
We all make mistakes, but like if I say something that might be offensive or something like that, come to me, step to me. Don't be like weird about it, like telling people and then not saying what's up when I like not acknowledging my presence, like I killed your mom or something crazy. Like
Right.
I said, I know whatever it is, it cannot be to the extent of like I'm in front of your face and I won't slap you up.
Yeah,
Although you've done so much for me in terms of like money, rides, buying your art, all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is interesting.
Yeah, and it's just like I always tell people, I say, look, you can tell me whatever. Just if you about to talk some shit, if you're gonna say some wild shit, if it's about me, I'll listen. Give me a heads up and be like, all right, look, hey, I'm gonna tell you what's up. It's about you. I'm not gonna come out disrespectful. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm all ears because like I want you to correct me because I won't know unless you say something. It's like I'm not perfect, you know. Look, I'm a knucklehead like everybody, nigga like everybody else. Like, so I mean, good days, bad days, Tuesdays, like
so you and Tuesdays, I can't with you.
Yeah, and it's funny. That's my least favorite day of the week.
Really?
So, yeah, that's why like
that's training day for me. So I hate it and love it at the same time.
So it's like say what's up because I don't mind communicating because I pride myself on listening. Because you're supposed to listen to understand. It's like, but I can't help shit, do shit, fix shit, prevent shit if you say shit.
And the thing is, we gotta make like, and I was telling my one homie, I was like, why is it so uncommon to tell someone how you feel about something? Like, I'm like, if you're like, yo, bro, I'm not feeling X, Y, and Z, say that. It's not. That's not gonna start a fight. It's like, bro, like,
all right.
If you're like, I'm like, yo, bro, you keep looking at my shoulder where we cool. I'm gonna ask. You know, that's the worst analogy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I just think like we need to be more comfortable with like being honest with each other, and I think that's where it starts. It's like, yo, we put up these blocks because we're like too passive. You know what I mean? Like we're too, or what's that? Non-confrontational. Like people are scared of confrontation as if like it automatically means you got to fight someone. It's like, no, you could disagree without being disagreeable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if we agree to disagree.
That's it.
And I love confrontation. Yeah, come talk to me. Because people know I have no problems. I don't care. I'll take you dinner. I mean, we need to talk. Let me holler at you.
Right.
But the thing about it with me is it takes a lot for me to get to that point because a lot doesn't bother me. I'm at a point where it's just like, if it's not, I don't need to acknowledge it, I won't.
Right.
Or if it's just like, I might speak on something now and let it be. But if it's really that important, I have to say something. Right. No problem. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. Nothing crazy. Just want to tell you what's up. And then like we're grown as fuck. We're adults. Like I'm not gonna sit here and pop off and be like, yeah, nigga, fuck you. Now if you come on my neck,
then like, that's a different story.
You got maybe a strike in the head before I'm like, you get that heads up before I get disrespectful. Right. But normally it never gets to that point. I don't allow it. So it's like if you get hyped, hey, yo, you get my hype. You know what I'm saying? I hear you, but you know, just hey, just hold it down. You know what I'm saying? And I had no problem saying that. It's like because I know where my comfort zones, I know where my limits are, and it's just like I know my temper. But it takes if I reach that point, no.
You can't start there.
No. Anyway, and way back when, it was like I had to learn how to control that, which led me into poetry in the first place because I was always angry at shit. So it's just
interesting. Very interesting. Well, I love it, man. Thank you for explaining that to me because and I'm like, oh yeah, I've experienced that. So my next question, we're gonna go into the 5-year plan. So for you, Sweater Bob, what do you feel? Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, where I'm at 29. I'd be like what 34. What it be like 2026? I had to think about it. I'm like, okay, I definitely want to have my own building to do all of my art shit. Like the amount of ideas and phone parties, and I've been getting fussed out about like, yo, when are you gonna do like body paint? And I said, look, we can't do this in my crib. I did it once, and it wasn't bad. I just don't have space for it. Right. So like all the ideas from like hanging like the paint cans and like swinging from. I did that once. I made a mess of mine. I had to clean it up, and it was very tedious to a point where you walk downstairs and there's paint dripping from the ceiling. Fuck, I do that.
How did I get it up?
So like, definitely get a building. Like I already have my main LLC. Probably to have at least 7 to 8 streams of income. See, my daughter be 12. I mean, hopefully, she should be doing like whatever she want to do, whether school activities, sports. Watching her do something crazy. Uh, Shoot, I'm single. I've been single for a while. So if I end up with somebody, I hope it's that person and she stick around and we work it out. Because like I want like 4 kids and I only have one, and hopefully I get a pair of twins one day.
Oh,
And
you got goals.
yeah, I'm saying like it just.
I said that when I was like 21. Now I'm like shit with 2. I'm like we good, but maybe one more.
Yeah,
if my wife's listening, maybe.
And especially like having that family environment, just so like I've watched like my dad inside of him. I watched my mom because like they're not together, but they're married in their own worlds. So and it's been years on both sides for both of them. So as far as that, like I see that. It's like I want to do that one day. I want to be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of commitment.
Right.
But it's like it's not the man that commits; it's the commitment to the man. So it's like, all right, if this is what I'm gonna do, why am I gonna do it? Like I feel like I've been the type of person to be in a relationship.
Right.
Like I don't like being alone, but I'm enjoying the shit.
Right.
And, woo, the shenanigans.
Right.
The shenanigans.
He's on vacation. He's
chilling.
Man. He's cold chilling, y'all.
Definitely.
That's dope.
But yeah, so with the building, making sure my daughter's cool. If a woman magically appears, then that's cool too. But I can't control that. But as far as my art should probably, in 5 years, I definitely want to have art in every state. So I'm at 8 states now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that surprised me too.
That's dope.
Yeah. So definitely.
Have you gone international yet?
No, that is a goal. Oh man.
You got your stuff online, right? Is it available for purchase online?
Yeah, actually, I got both my Instagram pages. One I got to update. I had an Etsy and I got to update that too. I was doing all the shit on myself. I'm gonna need a team eventually.
Yes.
And that's also in the goals to like have a team, people that are good at the things I'm not, or even people to help me manage certain things in time. If I'm going A, B, and C in 12, and like maybe like a publicist or something. Right. I was talking to Yoni about that. He's like, yeah, you need a publicist to keep you plugged into everything. And I'm like, that sounds fucking awesome. So yeah, between like a team, bringing everything together, and then kind of whatever happens. And I actually want to continue to travel. So it's kind of like the gist of it. And then however it falls into place, But I also want to do like poetry in different states. Like I perform music in like Charlotte, Atlanta, like here. And yeah, I definitely want to do that with poetry and like traveling. So I'm like, yo, your sweater Bob. Hey, I heard your singing shit on Instagram. Hey, can you come down here? You're like, for real?
Right, for real.
I'm like, all right. Because there's Blossom was telling us, I guess there's a guy, Tim Burton, he's down in Florida. He wants us to come perform. He likes what we've done. I'm like, oh, yes. Like, I drove down to Miami. I was down there like a few weeks ago. First of all, I'm crazy for driving. I didn't go by myself.
Wait, you drove all the way to Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, you wildin'.
As my homegirl Nikki or whatnot. So shout out to Nikki for helping me with the drive. And it was down there. I was with Pittsburgh Handy. I was down there with him. And this is a shout out to him because he's been one of the people that I've known him for over a decade at least, maybe 13, 14 years. And he's been one of those people like, I mean, he's goofy as fuck, just like the rest of us. But like, he's been a reason like, hey, I've been able to do certain things like with him because of him. And, regardless of however people have certain outlooks and wherever our relationship goes, it's like, yo, you can't forget like, hey, I did this because you. I'm in this city because we doing this shit with you.
Right.
Yo, thanks. Like,
right.
And he has that mutual respect. He's like, well, bro, I just put it here. You did what you had to do to pick it up.
Right.
And it's just like, so it's that.
Because if he wasn't prepared, then
and it's just, and he'll be like, yeah, Bob, you paid your way, you did your part. And, he's like, and it's that mutual thing and whatnot. So, shout out to him. He's crazy big head ass. But so yeah, that's kind of like the gist of the goals for now. And stuff will pop up.
I like how detailed you are. You're very detailed. And yeah, in terms of the partner, I noticed when I stopped caring about having a partner, it's when a partner showed up. I'm like, oh well, hey, you haven't seen you in a couple years. So it's nice. So the moral of the story, fam, focus on your damn self. Get your shit right. All right. Oh, sorry. You had something else? Okay, he's like, I'm not done.
But then when you find your soulmate, put her in a headlock and ask her what the fuck she's been for so long. Why you let them hurt me?
Oh, you been?
I was gonna go to the streets.
He's silly. All right, awesome, man. Well, before I get to where we can find you on the interwebs, I want to ask our final question. As you know, we're youth driven organization. You know, we strive on empowering youth through creative arts. And so I hope that young people, and even not even kids, even like young adults, being a platform for young adults to put the art out there, to put the music out there, what have you. We hope to inspire them in everything that we do. And so on this podcast, we ask our guests, if there was like a piece of advice that you can give to someone who, wanted to become an artist, or, wanted to become a poet, or wanted to just, create their own brand and stuff like that, but just didn't know what to do. Like, what advice would you give to them?
Honestly, do your homework. Like, well, before that, figure out what you want to do, or at least get the ballpark of what you want to do. Do a little bit of homework. Do it. Like,
that's it.
That literally, because
go.
Because when I really got into art, my uncle, my mom's brother, my uncle Rob, he was like one of the main people, and he did art. His art's fun. I don't even think I don't know if I surpassed him or not. I don't know if I got the torch, but like he's always like, yeah, come on, nephew, you just like do it, man. You've been drawing out here. If you see it, just do it. Like, don't even think twice. If you contemplate, you're not gonna want to do it. And I'm like, you're right. So it's like, do it. And I tell myself, do it, because if I say I'm not going to, if the instant I even think twice,
right.
And so it's definitely, don't be afraid to do it. Take that leap of faith. And always remember there's good and bad to everything. So no matter what you do, there's somebody who's going to love it, but there's also somebody that's going to dislike it. Yeah. And regardless, and it's not to say that whatever you do is bad. There's people that's not going to see you succeed.
Right.
Or there's people who are like, man, why you out here doing all this, that, and the third? And you're just like, yeah. So definitely don't be afraid to take that leap of faith.
Right.
So, and if guys want to find me, I'll be that hype man and be like, hey, I'll come support by any means.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you heard that, family. There it is. He gave it to you. All right. So my last question. Sorry, brain fart. So if folks want to connect, just to piggyback off of what you said, you hype people up, you help them out. They want to get in contact with you. They want to buy your art. They want to collaborate. They want to come see your shows. Let them know all your social medias and all your upcomings one more time.
Okay. I'll go social medias first. I don't say my real name too often. Jordan Howell on Facebook. I'll say it one more time because I'm not gonna say it again. Jordan Howell on Facebook. JordanHowell. You'll see my face, my regular Bob glasses. That's Facebook. Instagram, my main page, official Sweater Bob. I'm the only Sweater Bob that pops up. And if somebody else pops up, let me know. I'll go out. They gonna get their ass fight. Yeah. They gonna catch how many pair? All these things. My art page outside of that on Instagram is Art by Sweater, literally at Art by Sweater. So once you find my regular Instagram, that's connected to it. Oh shit. No. TikTok. I'm on TikTok at official Sweater Bob. And for all of those who don't follow me, if you do follow me, you're gonna see I'm doing a live art auction on Friday the 3rd around 9:45 p.m. I'm gonna auction off about 10 different pieces, and I say shipping's free on me or whatnot. So if you want to tap in that way, and I always find little different ways to pay it forward. So depending on like what the live is like, everybody might get something. I might just be like, all right, look, we done went through like 5. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna randomly inbox somebody and they're gonna get a free painting. Like, I love doing shit like that.
That's dope.
So that's
good engagement, man.
Yeah, and it's like I love paying it forward because like in order to receive blessings, you got to be one. Like, and you got to lead by example. So, and I pride myself on that. So, art auction, Friday to July 3rd around approximately 10 p.m. We're gonna get on about 9:45. Let people in before I get into it. My regular TikTokers, they know because I go live at least a few times a week where I'm creating or talking, which I didn't mention. So shout out to my TikTokers who sits on live with me and they're like, "Yo, what's going on for today? What are you creating?" I've done some stuff. They've given me ideas from color schemes. Bob, you should try this different. And I'm like, "Hey, guys, are fucking awesome." And we have like Q&As, and I did a little thing. We do roses are red, violets are blue. When we say that, then everybody interacts and says like a line after it. So it's fun.
So one big long poem.
Yeah, and it's just
love
like,
that.
It's like roses are red, violets are blue. You hit me, I'm gonna punch you too. And it's just like, oh shit, you did it.
Right.
And it's not. I don't care about the skill level. I don't fuck about the skill level.
Right.
But you're participating. You're doing it.
Right.
So it's like that. It's like the poetic moments, or we'll have like a Q&A, and it can get pretty wild. Bob, what's like the wildest thing you've done? And that's just me paraphrasing.
Right.
So,
wow.
so
that's just
me paraphrasing.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna put nobody. I'm not gonna put nobody on Front Street, because what they know when somebody's like, "Yo, we on Demon Time tonight," I'm like, "Oh shit." So, but I'm not gonna get too much more than that. So so that's the Facebook, that's the Instagram. I'm not really on Twitter. I have them, but I don't
tweet. I don't tweet. Twitter is cool. I have them, but it's like so whack. But I do like the funny shit. There's some funny shit you can see on Twitter that be cracking me up. But yeah, it's just hard to keep up with. You gotta be on there like all day,
all the time.
Yeah.
It's like no.
Yeah, I can't do that all day.
So yeah, guys, got all my info. Upcoming events outside of the art auction. The 10th is the open mic. Maya's coming back home. I'm excited to see her. I love poetry's crazy. And she's a vibe anyway. We just had the Mind Blown Art Expo on Saturday, and that shit was bananas.
So just to clarify, where's the open mic at?
Ham and Eggers Diner on West Mifflin.
Okay.
I don't know the address off the top of my head.
That's all they needed was the name.
Yeah. there's a flyer floating around. Like if you see Blossom or anybody, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people start sharing it. I usually share shit later than normal. I don't know why. He said later.
I like that because I don't like sharing shit that early. It's like it becomes spammy. Yeah. It's like, yo, if you're gonna come, you're gonna. Here it is.
Yeah,
a week before, or like a couple days.
Yeah, I kind of keep it within that 5-day time frame. Because half the time I forget my goddamn stuff.
Right.
Because if I say like a month in advance, I'm like, oh shit, that is coming up.
Right.
I was like, yeah, Bobby, shit. We talked about this so long ago.
Right.
So there's that. I don't have any other upcoming events. I've done all my vending so far, and July is not really packed. So yeah, that's it for the moment. But I'm at the point where somebody will come like, yeah, I got this event. I think on the 18th, Doughboy has that.
The Summer Jam Cookout.
Yeah, the Summer Jam Cookout. I'm glad I thought about it. I actually got pinned. I'm probably gonna go vend. So if you see me,
then I'm performing.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be performing.
Yeah, see, catch him performing. Yeah. So are you dancing or are you doing some other shit?
I'm rapping.
Oh, you're rapping?
Yeah.
Oh, you make music?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Check me out.
Yes.
Spotify. Mario Quinn. You'll love it
for sure.
All fire.
All fire.
I promise.
All right.
It's different too. It's not like. Another one of these niggas. Nope. Not one song is the same, and he produced every single one.
That person.
Yep. And he's nasty. Wait till you hear it. He's only 17.
Only 17.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we'll talk because like I'm sitting on like a blueprint for like a project, and I just gotta bring it to life. So yeah, we'll talk because I kind of want to like mesh with a whole bunch of people, especially production wise, and kind of like get back to the swing of music because people have been fussing at me. Bob, when you gonna drop something again? It's been so long. I'm like, maybe. So in due time. So with that, the Summer Jam Cookout. So I'll probably be vending. I'm glad. I kind of forgot about that too. I'm pretty sure Doughboy was gonna send me a message.
Oh yeah, he's got if you're not in 80 group chats right now,
and I am. And I'm like,
that nigga got a group chat for every day. He's like, all right, guys, it's Monday. Tuesday, I'm gonna send the same flyer.
Wednesday, you bet not forget.
Right, you better not forget about Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday's a rehearsal. It's mandatory.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna send me a message in the next couple days.
Oh yeah.
So
he's thorough.
I gotta pay for my table, and and I'm trying to come up with like some new art to sell. So I don't know, but I kind of like want to have a blowout when I get rid of like the stuff I previously done because like it's so much. It's like I just want gone, so I keep refilling new stuff. Right. I probably have like at least nothing less than 50 paintings in my house, all different sizes and whatnot. And then I created like 6 more for the expo, and it was like it's funny because I only sold one, and I was just like, so all this is coming home, and I'm like, all right, so the auction's gonna be 10 pieces. It might be more. But it's like I'm sitting on the lot. So
Right.
I tell people like, hey, come buy some art. Like,
Right.
I don't want it. Not
I
because I don't
want it.
not because I don't care, because it's not for me. Like
Right.
I didn't make it for me.
I
You know?
don't want it.
And I always tell people like, if you see something you like and it's sold, I mean, hey, you can get your own.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do prints. I hate doing prints. I refuse.
Mm.
So it's like if you buy something, yeah, and I sign it, it's you, card. It's literally that's one of a copy.
Right.
And people,
I mean, that's dope. That's a good way to, because I think, in terms of like, especially because sometimes, especially in Pittsburgh, like certain local markets, it's like, damn, is this really an art market? We're such an art city, but it's like people don't buy art. It's like what the fuck, So people depend on those like small prints and stuff to like make their money real quick. But I think too, man, in terms of like value and putting value on yourself, I think that's smart. It's like, no, I value myself enough as an artist, but I also value the person purchasing this and saying that no one else has this but you.
Literally, and I love it. And then they're like, wow, I really got something. I'm like, yes. It was like, because even if I tried to make it again, no,
right.
Like I could be like, I sprayed it the exact same way. And spray paint's like, nigga,
right. I've been doing it once.
Yeah, it's just like you thought that dot was gonna go over here, it's gonna go over here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make you fuck up and it's gonna go over there. So it's like, but that's one of the best parts about being an artist.
Right.
Everything's unique. Everything that you do with your God-given hands is like it's all different in service and purpose. So
love it. Slow snaps. Well, family, you heard it here. This has been episode 96 of the Level Up Podcast. My man Jordan, aka Sort of Bob.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the building. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Super. I love how like impressed I am with people. Like once I like really talk to them, like, man, motherfuckers is impressive.
That's the best part.
Thank you. I got to learn a lot about you. But before we go, any more shout outs? You want to shout out anybody? So anybody you forgot about?
I'm about to say, look, if you ask me, if there's probably outside of my sisters, my poetry gang, the Poets of Steel, hi mom, hi dad, if you guys see this, all my siblings, blood, not blood, you guys are watching, all of my fellow Pittsburgh artists, everybody who knows me, whether if you met me in person or seen me at a show, my postal gang, because Brandon's in that's how we met. My postal gang, my homies and all that. I don't know. I think that's about it. I don't think I'm gonna get any angry messages. As long as everybody sees it, they know, like, I love you guys. I wouldn't be shit without everybody, and everybody kind of knows who they are. So whether I've known you, whether if you're like the newest friend or like one of the OG friends, like everybody knows how I'm wired. I try to be as humble as possible. Yeah, you ever have something like this and then all of a sudden you lose it, you ain't do shit? Yeah, I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah, fuck that.
So yeah, just a shout out to everybody. If you can see me, if you're watching, thank you.
Oh yeah, the stream cleared up after a while.
Yeah,
we're probably halfway fuzzy, halfway not so fuzzy.
That's cool.
But yeah, thank y'all, man. Shout out, for sure. Shout out to everybody out there. And also, please, check Level Up out. At Level Up PGH. Of course, check me out at The Mind of Quinn on all social medias, MarioQuinn.com, and of course my music. Just type in Mario Quinn on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, any of those platforms, and definitely tune in next week for episode 97, which I have no idea who the guest is because I never know.
That's the best part.
I love that because I'm like, ooh, it's fresh, But I have no shout out. Shout out my wife and my team. And everybody that has supported Level Up Studios. We raising money. Check us out. Type in leveluppgh.com and just go to the Apex PGH page, and you'll see what we're doing with our expansion project, where we're getting 2 new dance studios in a combat gym, do some MMA, boxing, Muay Thai boxing, and some other things. So please support us. We love you. This has been episode 96 of the Level Up Podcast. Your boy Mario Quinn, my boy Jordan Howell, aka Sweater Bob. We up. Peace.